Okay, started recording, Prachusha. And whereas in J2 SC nothing but a Java to Enterprise editions. What is the purpose of Java to Enterprise edition? And what is the purpose of Java to Standard edition? Java to Standard edition nothing but it's a standalone application, we can say. Suppose, for example, I have downloaded one exe file. Okay, as you know already, Java, we will get the Java software in the form of exe file, right? That is, it will be installing in our data, in our local system only. It is not interacting with the, when you are installing, it will not interacting with other third party, like in a database. It will not talk with the database. Simply it will be installing in the standalone application, not interact with the outside of our laptop or our machine, we can say. Okay, that is will be helpful. Some of the malls, like they will give you the all items, they will enter and they will print the price, everything. It will work permits with the system only. It will not talk with the other outside of the system. That is standalone. It's a inbuilt, it's a standalone application, we can say. Okay, whereas in Enterprise edition, nothing but Java to Enterprise edition nothing but it will be distributed application, we can say. Like in the internet, whatever applications are available as of now, almost it's a 90, more than 95% is all Enterprise editions, we can say. Suppose if you take it as a banking application, right? It's an enterprise application. Somewhere a server will be there, somewhere application source will be there, somewhere our servers will, our deployment scripts and available databases will be somewhere. There is no relation being into one location. Okay, so that our application is distributing to the number of users in number of, from the number of locations. That is, it's a enterprise edition, we can say. Okay, and whereas in Java to ME, that is, it's a platform it's a platform of mobile technologies. We will use for mobile technologies to develop application, for mobile develop application. We will use the Java to mobile edition. This is the specifications we are going to use in the three divisions from the Java. Okay, and as of now, any questions from you, both your side, from the specifications?
No, not for now.
Okay, and any Pratisha?
I'm good, thank you.
Because before entering Java, what type of specifications it is released as of now, we need to understand. These are three specifications, you can call it. Okay, and other things like we will come up what is program, what is process, what is web application while doing applications only. Whereas in we can also discuss like what is web application, nothing but whatever we have application in our hands right now, and we are deploying the applications which talks about with the connection between browser and the database, we can say it's web applications. Okay, and what is the process, nothing but it will be what is the implementation wise processing, connecting between the two layers, that is browser and database, otherwise browser with web services, anything. That is called process. How it is being processing with, how it is being implementing the, we can say. Okay, and what is the program, nothing but you say like software, we can say. And whereas in a thread process, we can say these are terms will come into the picture while doing the application. Okay, we will see one by one. And the next topic is we need to understand what is the installation process and JDK GRE. Okay, what is JDK and GRE? There are let me know if I'm going very fast and I'll slow from my end. Okay, and we need to understand there are terminologies, mainly what is JDK and what is JRE, and another one is JVM also. Okay, see, once we need to have, before starting the any application, Java application, we need to have installation of our Java. Okay, to installation we need to download from corresponding website the Java dot corresponding versions 1.6, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8 the exe. Once if you install it, okay, it will install. There are two specifications which will be installed. That is JDK and JRE. Okay, sorry, JDK and JRE. What is JDK and what is JRE? We will discuss, so that you will get some idea about what is we are going to use by implementing application. We are going to use the Java technology, and what is behind it's helping to developing application, we will see. Okay, and once I install, okay, suppose I have already installed in my system. Once you get the exe, I have already installed in my system. I will show to you, like see, I have installed in my system Java, and just forget it, JRE 1.8 we will see. And what is I have, once I install the exe, it will be inbuilt of JDK and JRE. It will be inbuilt. What is, once you install, it will be come up with the JDK and JRE. Okay, so what is JDK and JRE will be help. Once if you are trying to install exe of Java, it will have JDK and JRE. To develop application, these two is important, and one more term also, JVM, I will tell you. I have installed in my system, so I got two folders, JDK and JRE. Okay, this JDK, what does it do? This JRE, what does it do? We will see. JDK is nothing but a Java development kit. We can say. Whereas in JRE is nothing there, Java runtime environment. These are terminology we need to understand before starting the application. There is another terminology that we will discuss. I will tell you when it coming into the picture. Okay, Java virtual machine. These three terminologies we need to understand carefully. So when you will get the JDK JRE, once you are trying to install Java in your machine, these two folders will be created by default. Okay, and this JDK will be helping to development kit to develop any application. Okay, to develop plus to run. It will be helpful. I'll give brief description about this as of now. Just hold it down. And whereas in JRE nothing but a JVM plus some libraries. So what is JDK and what is JRE and what is JVM? Suppose yeah, 1 minute, both of you. 1 minute, I got call. Hello, yes, Sacha. Sacha చెప్పండి. వచ్చారు, ఆల్రెడీ జరుగుతుంది, చెప్తున్నాను. ఓకే జాయిన్ అయ్యారు, బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ జాయిన్. ఓకే సరే అయితే, ఓకే, ఐ విల్ కాల్ యూ బ్యాక్. Yes. See. Hello.
Yes, Basha, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, okay, I understand. You both are in mute. I understand now. Okay. So what is JDK and what is JRE and JVM? We are going to discuss JDK and JRE and JVM. See, suppose once you install in Java in our machine, there are two folders is going to be placed in our corresponding location. That is JDK and JRE, as I told you, right? What it contains JDK and what it contains JRE, we are going to discuss now. And this is, you can say, JDK. This folder, entire folder, we can say JDK. So, and there is one inside the JDK. This called JRE. Okay, so again this will call, again there is one more, that is JVM, as I told you know. This will say JVM. This concept will be mainly to what does do JDK, JRE and JVM it's same. So JDK is nothing but it's a combination of JRE plus the combination of JRE plus development tools, we can tell. Tools, we can say. Whereas in what is JRE, that is nothing but a JVM plus some libraries, whatever being used libraries, we can say. So finally we can say JVM, JDK and JRE and JVM nothing but a JDK development toolkit equal to JRE plus some development tools. Whereas in JRE nothing but a JVM plus libraries. Okay, so what does it do, JDK and JRE? I hope you understood how it been internally, how it will be working with the Java. I hope you got a picture of this one. Okay, so finally JDK is the parent one, we can say, whereas in JRE it's a inbuilt of JDK and it's a child path of the JDK, you can say, whereas in JVM is inbuilt of JRE. Okay, so to develop the application and run in our system, we need a JDK component. Okay, so to develop our application, suppose we are using the development tools, nothing but the Eclipse we are using. Okay, and then nowadays we are using the Eclipse, whereas in JDK will give one minute, and JDK will give to develop the application class to run our application. Suppose I am a developer. Okay, I want to develop an application. What all requires for me? JDK plus JRE is required for me. Okay, that is comes with the JDK, which is a development tool to develop the application with the help of some development tools, whereas in JRE is a runtime environment to execute our application. Whatever I developed using the JDK, I want to execute in my system, so I need JRE in my system. So once you install in Java, you will get by default JDK and JRE in our machine. This is the first point. Okay, whereas in I have developed application in my machine. Okay, whereas in I have developed application in my machine, I want to execute another machine which is not having any Java. But if the system having JRE, that is enough in that system, because there we are not developing our application. We are trying to execute our application into another system by using the JRE, Java runtime environment. Okay, and what is the concept of JVM? JVM is a Java virtual machine. Okay, to execute JRE, we need Java virtual machine with the help of the libraries. We can say libraries nothing but some of the class loaders. Okay, and that class files of the class loaders, it will be helpful to execute our runtime environment. So whatever I developed in my system from the development side, I need JDK and JRA, whereas in same developed application in the form of I am going to give and execute in another system, I need to have in the system is JRE. That is the difference. If you have the JRE, then you will get the JVM itself. It is inbuilt of, you can say is inbuilt of JRE only. Okay. And whereas in JVM to execute, there is interpreters will be helpful, that we will discuss one by one. As of now, this is the higher level of Java architecture, we can say, how Java is working when you are developing the application, we can say. And whereas in I have developed in my machine, I need JDK and JRA, whereas in to execute that application, that system must have JRE only. No need to have the JDK. It's not required to develop any application in the client system now. So that is the purpose. Okay. And to develop, this is the high level of architecture of the Java and JRE and JVM. Do you have any as of now any questions from here? So that I will go to another topic which is related to starting point.
No.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Are you clear what I'm telling you, or?
Yeah, I can understand. Thanks, Basha.
Okay. And Jurika, are you clear what I'm telling you? Like the.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next topic in the same way only. This is the higher level what I will discuss. The next topic is we need to check. Okay, I have installed in my machine the JD. This we just forget it. I have installed to check the another application. I have installed here JRE 1.8. I no need. We no need to take care of it. I have installed in my system JDK and JRE, but I want to execute JDK and JRE with the help of development tool, that is Eclipse or another way of to develop to execute our application. There is a console, that is CMD, no? CMD console. Here also we can execute. See, to execute, I have installed initially. I have installed in my system. Then I want to see whether the Java is working in my machine or not. How can you check it? Okay, there are the commands Java C. Okay. If you get this message, is nothing but our Java is nothing but Java compiler. Okay, if you get this message, nothing but you have already Java installed in your machine, you can say. Okay, so we will get sometime some error, some other messages, internal and external specific location is not loaded, like that will be message will get, because that is not installed in our properly. And not only installing your JVM or Java in our machine, that installation path, these two paths we need to apply to the, there is environment variables we need to apply. Okay, there are environment variables we need to apply those things. What is environment variables? We will see. Okay. As of now, I hope you clear till now. And JDK and JRE, with these paths we need to apply to the environment variables. What is the environment variables? Nothing but here. From the computer, we will give all environment variables, advanced setting, and environment variables. See here. Environment variables, we are going to provide whatever the Java variables we need to give properly. So we will see what is the user. This is the two blocks here. What is the user variables and system variables we will see. Okay, suppose just hold it on here only. User variables and system variables I will tell you once this topic is completed. And what is the path I have installed in my machine? What is this path? C program files 86 and Java, right? Here I have to provide the Java location path. Okay, this is the, I have given one more thing, I will let you know. This is the path I have to give. Okay, See, this path we need to give the corresponding location. See here, Java underscore home I have given slash bin. Right here we need to add it here path system variables, whereas in user variables also we can add it. I will tell you what is the difference between adding user variables and what is the difference between adding system variables also. See, I have added here C program files Java, but I am showing you C program files 86. I have another one also program files Java here, also JDK 1.6 and JRE. Okay, so these paths I have given in my system. Okay, so due to this it is locating and it is calling where my Java installation path is location, so that I am getting this Java C. Okay, so and another command, there is Java minus version to check what is the version I have configured. Now as currently I have configured 1.6. As I shown to you, another one is 1.8. That also I can configure everything. If you have any number of installation paths in our location also, in our local machine, until unless you give the path and variables, that will pick up, it will not pick up the corresponding location. I have given the user systems and user variables. Okay, due to this it is picking from the environment variables what is the version you have given, what is the Java you have configured, whether it is configured or not. Okay, and that is the environment variables we need to provide, so that once you install the Java in our application, you can able to provide that variables in the path. Then we can able to check whether the Java is working or not. See, Java C and Java minus version, with these two comments we can check it. Now we will talk about the environment variables. What is environment variables? Okay, there are two environment variables in every machine. There are two environment variables will be configured basically. So what is environment variable? Nothing but there are two types of user variables and system variables. User variables specific to the our account, my system account, what I logged in, my system logged in is a John Basha. So it will be restricted to the my local account what I logged in. Okay, whereas in system variables will be used to other users also. Suppose my system profile having only one account as of now. Okay, that is John Basha. Whereas in some other system having many accounts profiles will be having, like admin, the same operating system having the admin and having some username. In that corresponding, in that situation, the system variables can be able to access it. So if you are familiar with your perfect, and if you know whatever you are doing application within your local system, and whereas within your own account, then you can provide the details into the in user variables. So I have provided, this is the location I have given, some Java underscore home. See here, Java underscore home, and the location I have given. Okay, and this path I need to provide it in here path, in the path location. Either we can give direct location or not, otherwise we can give in this Java underscore home already have written now. So this we can add it here in the last bin. You can say Java underscore home. That is the difference I am going to show now here in the user variables. As I told you, system variables, it will be accessed by the many number of account profiles, like admin and like John Basha, some other ABC. If system having the number of accounts, they can able to access. It will be shared the resources. It will be shared the Java location for the irrespective of the current user. Okay, it will share the resources or share the paths irrespective of the any user. So suppose now in system variables I have given the same location. See, as of now my system having only one profile, so I need to I can configure it here in my user variable, that we can provide it here. So some other purpose I have created here, some Java underscore home I have given. Okay, this Java underscore home, copy. Now Here also will be path will be there. In the path we need to provide this. See somewhere, see here I have given, this is the syntax, percentage java underscore home, whatever the java underscore home he mentioned here is the bin we need to provide it, nothing but a, see here jdk and bin, all exe files will be executable. I'll tell you what is the, when it will be exe file will be executed and searching files will be executed, dot class files will be executed in this coming session. As of now, this is the path will be taken care of here in this location. If you don't give this path, our compiler will not recognize to compile our application, because the path whatever you are giving here, this path will be working with the all executable files related to the operating system. So we will see one by one. So this is the path we need to give. Okay, this is the environment variables. What is the purpose of environment variables? Once we install in our Java in our machine, we need to connect with the our local account profiles with the local variables to our application. That is nothing but it's like a bridge, middle layer bridge, it will help. So we need to configure our variables into the environment variables. There are two types of user variables and system variables. System user variables will be helping to the current user, whereas system variables will be helping with the irrespective of the current user. It will be helpful to the access by the any users, not only current user. This is the part, and there is the two levels of understanding, that is the Java home you have to configure and path you need to check. And here also user system variables we can provide, we have to provide Java variables and path. Okay, this is the thing. So that once we configure, we are going to, we are pretty sure that we have our system having the Java C, Java C compiling. Okay, whereas in Java version it is showing the 1.6. we need, I have configured in my system 1.6. okay, this is the understanding. Initially we have seen what is the JDK, JRE and JVM. Now environment variables with help of user space, that's why system variables. Okay, see this is the two variables we have seen those 2 points. Okay, and we and oh sorry, another thing also we have seen the J2SE, J2 SC, J2 EA. Okay, we have seen this top 3 points as of now. And there are, once you are giving the environment variables, they are providing the environment variables, but there are, what is the difference between path we have given and I'll show it again. See here we have provided Java home and path we have provided. Okay, these two we can consider as a 2 layers, like Java home whatever we are giving, it is a class path, we can say class path environment variables we can call it as, whereas in path is a path environment variables. So what is the difference between having these two is important, we need to check, because see here in class path variables nothing but a, it will check class path variables nothing but a, it will check only dot class files will be checked. We will see what is the dot class files, when it will going to be generated dot class files we will see. And class path and what is the class path is nothing but a, see this is used by purely Java only, used by Java, whereas in to set the to check dot class files we will see one by one what is the dot class file and what is Java class file, and some of APIs it will check you will see what is the API. Whereas in path, what is the path? Nothing but it is used by operating system only. Operating system, and to check .exe files. Yeah, sorry, exe files. See the difference here. It will be Java, it will be OS, and whereas in the .class file it is exe file. Okay, and need some configuration files, anything like beans, web servlets, anything, and other features also. But these two is important. What is the class path and what is what is the path? Suppose I have installed in my machine, that is fine. But the thing is, when I'm doing, we will see one example. When I'm doing one example, that is saved by the .java. Okay, once I compile, that will be generating .class file. Okay, but to compile the Java file, it will check the path, that is the .exe. .exe nothing but here what I have told here the path location we have given still /bin. What is the bin? Is nothing but see, this is the execute files of Java. Due to these execution files, due to this it will run by the exe files, so that it will generate the class file, that is by using the compiler. Okay, that is the difference. But so whenever we are using the path, it will check whatever the software execute files to execute helping, whereas in class path will be helping to generate .class files or to search the .class files. It will check it. Okay, but path will be worked based on operating system, whereas class path will be worked on Java. Suppose, for example, I have developed one application. Okay, to develop an application and compile this application. To compile application, our path will be looking into the initially the execute file of Java location. Okay, due to that our compiler will compile our code, will generate the .class files. This is higher level, and we will see what is what in the section. And this is the difference between path and class path. Okay, suppose, and there are features. What this is our to get the Java in my machine. To get the Java in my machine, I need to understand these 3 points initially. Difference between JDSC, JDW, ME, and what is the JDK, JRE, JVM, how it being working. Where is this? Sorry. What is JDK, JRE, JVM, how it been working? We need to check, understand. And what is the environment variables? Once you set in the environment variables, only we can able to see our system installed properly in Java version. Okay, this is the 3 points we need to consider very carefully. Whereas in the path and class path we will see when you're doing examples only, like how it been executing. This is the, as a conceptual wise, we need to understand what is the path and where it being executed, in what situation, what scenario. It will take the help of exe files, will take it based on operating system, whereas a class path will be helping to the .class files. Okay, but it is purely using Java only. And there are class path we have seen, and path we have seen, user variables, system variables we have seen, and Java home also we have seen, JDK and JRE we have seen. Okay, there are another topics also, the terminology we need to understand. Purely we can say Java is platform independent, right? But there is another abstract, that is nothing but whatever we are using JVM right here, the JVM concept, this is platform dependent only. The entire Java we can see is a platform independent, but whereas in JVM is a platform dependent only. Okay, why JVM is platform dependent? Why not Java is a platform dependent? Suppose to execute I have application in my machine. To execute and to develop I need to have JDK plus JRE in my machine. Okay, I will draw the picture. This is see there are two machines. Think it out. Windows machine, whereas this is Linux machine. Okay, there are two machines. Now I have two machines in my hand. I want to run my application in Windows. Okay, I want to run my application in Windows. I have to download corresponding Windows, download corresponding download corresponding .exe Java file only, exe file, .exe file. Whereas in Linux also we need to download corresponding .exe. Okay, suppose once we install .exe, what I told you, once we install .exe in our machine, we are going to get the JDK and GRE, right? So whatever I executed, I have developed one application in Windows. I got dot class files. I will see. We will tell you what is the dot class file. Got compiled, so that I got dot class files. Okay, dot class file. Okay. Now this is related to the Windows corresponding version. So here you can say it is a platform independent. I'll tell you why it is platform independent. Now in Linux also I have developed one application. So what is it giving? It's a compile and giving the dot class file. It is fine. Now the question is, I want to execute dot class file which is generated in Windows. I want to execute in Linux environment. Is it possible? No. Why? Because I told you, no, the JVM is built. JVM is built specification that provides runtime environment. It's a platform environment, whereas in JVM is built corresponding specifications only. So it's a whatever it is having the JVM, it is related to the Linux, so it cannot be executed. Whereas in Windows JVM, it is own separate language it is developed. So finally we can say JVM is built based on the specification and corresponding language only. So whatever we have developed in class file here JDK, we cannot execute here in Linux. Whatever it is executed, compiled and we got class file, we cannot execute it in Windows. Okay, that is what to execute. What files it will be required here to execute? We need we need JRE component, runtime component. As I told you, when I am comparing with the client side, I have created a class file. I want to execute in client side. That is a runtime environment. Runtime environment nothing but having the JVM. This is built on corresponding the language only. So whatever we developed in the class file, it will not execute in Linux, and whereas in Linux developed class file, it will not execute in Windows. But whereas in whatever class file I have developed in Windows class file, and whatever Linux class file is developed in Linux, is corresponding their environment only. So we can say finally Java is a platform independent. Java can be installed in Windows and can be installed on Linux only. Linux or any other operating system. So it can be developed any other to execute our dot class files to another environment. It will not execute, because to execute our any class files we need JVM. JRA. That JRA and JVM is a combined as a Java runtime environment, whereas in JVM is implemented in the specification of the specific language, so it will not execute at all. So there are 2 points. One is Java is independent, whereas in JVM is a platform dependent, we can tell you. Okay, this is the this is the overall Java understanding points here. Okay, dependent. This is the points we need to understand before we are entering into the Java. So, and we will see what is the Java compiler will do, what is the bytecode will do. Suppose I have developed one application which is executed by using a compiler, and whatever the .class files will be created, no, the .class files we can see it's a bytecode. It will have the bytecodes only, internal one. If you open the code which cannot be readable .class files, that is will be bytecode will be having. Suppose, and I will show you that example, and see here. This is a Java. See here. Language. See here, I have test.class file I have here. Suppose test.jar, sorry, what is this? I have test.jar file I have. Okay, by using this I am going to generate test.class file. By using compiler I am going to generate test.class file, but this will be having only bytecodes. It will have, okay, it will have only bytecodes here, whereas in it will have only bytecodes. Finally, whatever we got the test.class file, which should be converted into our machine language. Machine language nothing but a, here we are trying to execute whatever class file is getting here. If you want to execute in the same environment, that is machine language we can say. Okay, it should be in the same environment with the same same platform. Okay, that is God. So finally we can say whatever we are developing the test.java, by using compiler we are getting the test.class file. That should be, that is a unreadable format, but that class file should be able to convert it into machine language. That is output layer, we can say machine language. So the test class file is a bytecode which is unreadable. Okay, this is the just flow what does it do with our Java class. Okay, now I am going to just show into the one application, that is how it will be generating. Simple example I am taking, simple test I am taking. Okay, what you can test one I am taking here, and see here. So my location is, I have created in the D folder testing workspace. There are 17 items are there right now, and now I am going to create, I don't have any source files here. I am going to create one class file here. Test1 I have created here. Now I have got test1 application here, which is having nothing, only the corresponding files, the project description about, and what is the class for description about. This will come one by one, but the time being I'm going to create one application, one class file, the Java class file I'm creating. Test temp I'm created, and I have given some options here. See, this is the development tool which is can be develop our applications. Initially, when there is no development tools like Eclipse, there is to do in Notepad only. But there are a lot of issues is coming into the future. So after that, it came into the market. Came into the development tools like Eclipse. So due to that, everything is easier while developing for the developers. It's becoming very easy. Or in the exceptions also, we can handle it, and we will see what is what everything. Okay, now I have created class file now here, test temp, and see here in SRC I have got it Java file here, okay, which is can be readable. Now I am trying to print some statement. We will see one by one what is what here. This is the syntax we have to follow to print. Okay, see, this is I have created in this example. Now I am trying to execute. We will see one each step what is going in the next session. Just timing, I am just executing this application so that you will get an idea. See, I am trying to print what is the console I am trying to execute right here, right? This is the what I am trying to print. How many times it will be print? It will print. Now whatever I got it here, I am trying to execute from here in the Eclipse, right? So it will not impact here, but whereas if you try to in the console, it will try to it will show to here. 1 minute. Oh, this is not taking. Okay, I'll show to you in next session. 1 minute. And whatever here, actually it will create the dot temp class temp test temp dot class file will be created here. Now you are using the our development environment tool, that is the Eclipse. So internally it will be create dot class files on the fly. We are trying to use the dot class files, which is the bytecode, and we are trying to change in the machine language. Okay, this one machine language, and trying to display the what is the console we have written internally. Okay, this is the our simple example in Java. Okay, and based on this, whatever we have written test, not test temp here, test temp Java we have compiled, and we are going to get the test temp class file, and which can be converted into machine language by using the JVM on JRE. It will be helping, so that it will be having, it will be displaying the our console what is the result we have written there. Okay, these points we need to understand initially. The example, okay, these points we need to understand carefully before entering into the Java. As of now, there are two ways to develop this application. Like suppose I have used Eclipse here, development tool. Otherwise, we can get it from here it from the console onwards. 1 minute, let me check it again. Why it is not changing? Why it is not changing? Should See, we are in the, I have already executed from the Eclipse. Now I am going to show there are console wise. Okay, console wise. Now I have what is the files are there right now? Test temp, right? If it is already testtemp.java, so I have to check. See, this is the syntax we need to check. I will tell you what is going on. Now check it here. Testtemp.class is file came here, right? What it has done? Now I have used the Java C space testtemp.java. That is nothing but it's compiling the testtemp.java to the testtemp.class. Now we are in the stage of in this level. Now we are in the stage of in this layer. Okay, till now it came here the testtemp.class file. Okay, and what is this command? Nothing but a Java C. What you have written in path. Remember class path and path we have set it in class in environment variables, right? In the path, whatever you have mentioned java.exe files will be recognized, and it will call our location to execute this testtemp.java. There it will be helping to compile the Java. Okay, so based on this we got testtemp.class file. Now I want to execute. Okay, we got testtemp.java, it is here. Okay, fine. Now I want to execute this one. In this scenario I have to keep the syntax is test only class name. If you say the printing, the whatever the business logic are, now we have written only single statement, that is hello statement. Okay, in this space whatever we have executed here, in this space it is converting the bytecode. I will open and show you what is the class one. The bytecode it is converting the machine language. Okay, with the help of JRE Java runtime environment, whereas in Java runtime environment having the what I told JVM plus libraries. JVM nothing but Java virtual machine. It is having the in my system. Currently I am working in the same system, so it is taking the help of the JVM Java virtual machine with the some of the libraries, that is the class loaders. There are another topic that is the class loaders we will see in the future, and the class loader, due to this it is able to display here. Okay, now whatever we have written here, the Java hello friends, we are going to display here. See the difference is, but I have whatever executed on the fly, it is taking and trying to print it internally with the help of Eclipse. Whereas in what I am trying to do here, this is a different scenario. See, when I am compiled here in Eclipse and I am trying to execute, I don't get the class files here. It is internally, it is maintaining the some other repository. I will show you in the future where it is locating and what is the repository it is showing. Right now it is displaying it is hitting and it is talking this corresponding location. Due to that, it is compiling .class file and it is talking the JVM plus some libraries. Okay. This is the topics I would like to 7. Sorry, I didn't show to this bytecode having this. We cannot be see this one. I have opened in some edit class tool. I am not able to read it. Right. This is the purpose. This is the bytecode. With this code can be able to understand by the Java virtual machine. That is the machine language. To convert the machine language, the Java virtual machine will be can able to read with the help of the libraries. With the help of the some library AVM plus libraries. Okay, so this I would like to take session by today, and is there any questions as of now? We will see in the next topic. We will see in the next topic is what. See here we came here till now, and what is the bytecode, and what is the purpose of Java, and what is the other features of why it is been popular with other technologies, and we will in the next session we will see what is the other technology and what is the features of the object oriented program, distributed interpreted, robust security. All these we will see in the next session, and we will jump into the corresponding topics. These are you need to understand terminology wise in the Java. That's what I have taken this session now. Okay, so do you have any questions as of now?
I am good, Basha. I understood everything.
Okay.
Is there any way that you could send us these recordings, the session recordings?
Yeah, I can send it. I can send it. I will check that. Okay, I can send it to you. Anything?
Okay.
Then Yurika, like, how do you feel? Like, is it reaching your requirements or reaching your understandable levels or not? Let me know.
Well, for me, I'm okay with it, but it's just that I don't, because I don't want to push it. I
Okay.
don't know the level where, what's the name? Bashura, right? Bashusha, right?
Sorry.
What's the lady's name?
My name is Pratyusha. You
Okay.
can call
Oh,
me Usha.
Patricia. Okay. Yeah, because I'm more like I don't know the level she has gotten to, so it's like I mean we have to pay close attention for her to pick it up. But if not, my expectations are a bit higher than what I'm actually going through right now. So I don't want to make it like it's going to be an inconvenience on you, but we'll just continue and then we'll see when we'll definitely get to my side.
Okay. Understood.
All right.
So your
Okay.
is it's under your experience is like enterprise editions your experiences, right? Like in the public.
Yeah. Just like I told you, like so far where I've gotten to is more like an intermediate level.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the experience like as to what the market is all about. So with this one, out in the world, it's not a big deal, but I'll be able to go with the class until we get to where I mean I think I'm okay with it.
Okay. Understood, sir.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And I'm going to showcase like in the frameworks also start spring also just for information I'm just giving to you. Like in the I'm going to have the session with the start frameworks like start spring hibernate with the projects. What is the mini project you can call it is, okay, and how it is interacting with the database, and we're going to explain everything with clearly. This is all my experiences and this is my understanding level where I am giving the I'm following the other organizations also the online trust also I'm going to give. So this is thanks for your input also, Yurika, raising yeah, any other questions like we will end up there by this now. Any other questions from your nothing, no? If not, then we will.
I don't have any questions. Thanks, Basha.
Okay, I shared it with Kisha. Can you give me your mail ID like
Yes. How do I have your email address?
yes, yeah, I have email address.
Can you give me your email address, please? If you can dictate it, I can write it.
Okay, I can. Chand Basha here. I am writing Chand Basha 319 at gmail.com.
Okay. Chand Basha.
Yeah, I'm typing here. Got it?
I just sent you an email. Could you let me know if you
Okay,
have it?
okay, I'll check it. Yes, got it. Patricia.
Okay, that's it. That's my email address.
Okay. You will see in the same time tomorrow at 9 o'clock. My time is 9 o'clock here. We'll see you at the same time tomorrow also. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. And during also time.
And, let me ask quickly. I mean, I'm using the NetB.
Sorry.
So in the course of the discussions, maybe subsequently, will that be something that I'll definitely need to download the Eclipse IDE, or that is not needed?
Yeah, no, yeah, Jurika, if you want, I can share all. Like I have, I can share all documents like Java, everything. See, this is all my shared location to all my students where I'm doing. Okay, so
Okay.
you see Eclipse, Indigo, which is having the all features what I'm doing the to develop any enterprise. to develop any enterprise editions also. I will share it all documents if you can go through that and you can play around it all. Okay, Tomcat server and whereas in everything I will place and I will give the shared location also. Okay,
Okay. No problem.
and we will see in the same time tomorrow. Thank you, Jirika and Prashusha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Oh, this is your night time, right?
Yes, the same time.
Okay.
Okay, Jirika.
No. This is your night time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my time, night time, 10:15
Okay.
p.m.
All right. I wish you a good night.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you for all.
okay. Bye-bye.
We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye. Thank you. Thanks for. అదే సీత పాప పడుకుందా చెల్లి అమ్మ పడుకోవచ్చు కదండి 10:15 అయింది కదమ్మా రేపు మార్నింగ్ వద్దమ్మా ఇప్పుడు నాకు టైర్డ్ అయిపోయినా రేపు మార్నింగ్ నేను బాగా చేసేస్తాను నీకు పిక్చర్ కదా నేను చేసేస్తాను తల్లి నువ్వు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళేలోపు చేస్తాను సరేనా మార్నింగ్ నాకు 8:30 క్లాస్ అయిపోద్ది నేను 7:30 రెడీ చేసి నీకు ఇస్తాను సరేనా బాయ్ తల్లి లవ్ యూ బాయ్ బాయ్ అమ్మ కొడుకు